Friday night, November 29 in Albany at the Washington Avenue Armory. Scheduled to be on hand is rugged Big Bob Duncum. The protege of the Grand Wizard of Wrestling, and we're going to find out just how big and just how rugged Mr. Duncum is as he squares off against a 400-pounder. Gorilla Monsoon scheduled to make an appearance in Albany, and no doubt about this, Duncum unaccustomed to meeting individuals larger than he is. It's going to be an extraordinary match, you can bet on that. But ladies and gentlemen, the main event, the Tag Team Championship of the World at stake, is the Valiant brothers, Handsome Jim, Brother Luscious John, take on a tremendous tag team combination put together for the very first time. That of the Rookie of the Year, Larry Zbyszko, and his tag team partner, the one and only Pedro Morales. And right now, let's bring on the Grand Wizard along with Big Bob Duncum.
McMahon, what do you mean by saying Cowboy Big Bob Duncum is unused to taking on opponents bigger than he is? Where is he from? Big Bob is from Texas. He has handled Brahma bulls that weigh a lot more than Monsoon, that are a lot more ferocious, and that have a lot more heart than that chicken 400-pound Monsoon. Cowboy, do you think you'll have any trouble with that white whale?
I'll tell you something, partner. Size sometimes makes a difference, but 400 pounds to me is nothing. Because when I was a kid, my grandfather put me out in a square pen with some Bramers. And he says, son, I want you to become the master of the Bramers. So what I did, I went and got me a little pipe. When that Bramer charged me, I'd hit him right between the eyes and drop him to his knees, and I'd watch him quiver. And then when I walked out in that pen, what do you think happened? The Bramers kneeled on their knees because they knew the master was there. And I will be the master over Gino Monsoon, the Italian spaghetti eater that eats garlic, that eats everything that you can think of that makes filth. Because I am from Texas, baby, and I've been chosen by destiny. And I will go all the way right over your fat Gino Monsoon.
You heard it, McMahon, and you people will see it. Monsoon, you have met your master just like a Brahma bull. You'll be broken in the middle of the ring, and we'll both ride on your back out.
The Grand Wizard of Wrestling along with Big Bob Duncum, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be a match to see. But speaking of matches to see, let's bring on the Rookie of the Year, Larry Zbyszko. Larry, how are you?
Very good, very good.
Well, I'll tell you, this, of course, the first time for you, teaming up with Pedro Morales. Now, you two fellas have all the speed, all the agility you could possibly have in a tag team combination. It's a newly formed tag team combination, and to my way of thinking, that's probably the only detriment that you have because of a little bit, somewhat of a lack of experience, but I assume you've been working out.
Oh, sure. Pedro and I have been training together wherever we can, and we realize that probably that this is the first time we've ever tag team is what might slow us up a little bit. But, you know, when I think about Pedro Morales, I don't think of being in there, you know, with a seasoned veteran great wrestler. And to me, it's sort of an honor to be in with the next heavyweight champion of the world. And so I think maybe, you know, speaking of two Valiant brothers in there against two other wrestlers, it's going to be maybe a rookie, yes, Vince, but also an ex-heavyweight champion of the world. So it's going to be a good match, and I'm not worried about it.
I'm sure you're looking forward to it. I know we are here in Albany. It's going to be a great match. The best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Larry Zbyszko joining forces with the one and only Pedro Morales. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring on the Valiant brothers along with the captain.
You know, I heard the punk come out here and say he wasn't worried about the match. Well, of course, when you haven't got a brain, when you're dealing with nothing upstairs, you can't worry because you don't know where it's at. What is this guy doing down on the floor? Sure, look at him. Dollar signs on the Valiant brothers' leg, baby. That's where it's at, money. Now, the young punk Zbyszko, he's out here posing. He said, hey, by the way, who is this kid, this Pedro Gonzalez? Who is this boy? I seem to have heard the name somewhere. Who is it, John?
Puerto Rican cab driver.
Puerto Rican boy, Pedro Morales. Is that Zbyszko's partner? Seems to me, it comes to my mind, that the boy is a kind of a has-been. I mean, he's a young punk, 29 years old. It's already through. He can't cut the ice anymore. The boy seems to me that some time ago, the good captain done jumped up in the ring and popped old brother Pedro wide open. I done popped him wide open.
Pop the good in that. No doubt about it. Championship will be at stake as Larry Zbyszko teams up with Pedro Morales, comprising a tremendous tag team combination in Albany.